Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. Responding to a listener's question here regarding the redacted order governing further criminal proceedings and notice of trial setting in Idaho versus Kohberger. You can find it on the docket, October 9th, 2024. I call it the blueprint of this case because it sets forth all of the principal pretrial matters, the schedules for such things as the motions in limine and other important events leading up to voir dire, which will happen on July 30th, 2025. That's the process of jury selection. And the question is twofold. Number one, what is the redacted part of this trial order? And secondly, will the hearing on the proposed jury questionnaires be public or not? Well, if you go to that order, you will see page number 1 under the title, Voir dire and Trial Setting. The very first item, jury questionnaires will be administered approximately, and that's what's redacted, the date of when the jury questionnaires will be administered to the pool that's summoned, the citizens of Ada County that are summoned for possible jury duty in this case. We don't know when those questionnaires will be administered. That is the only thing about this order that is redacted. In a related matter, if you go ahead to page number 3, under the section D as in David, trial materials, the very first bulleted item references proposed jury questionnaires, the final version of which is what will be administered to the jury pool. We see here that Judge Stephen Hippler has established the following regarding proposed jury questionnaires, what both sides are asking to be included on the final version that will be administered to the potential jury members. Here we see that proposed jury questionnaires from the state and the defense shall be, this is an order, shall be simultaneously filed under seal by March 24th, 2025. So that's a deadline that is coming up rather soon in this case. Objections. What's this? This would be any objections that the state has to the defense's proposed jury questionnaires and any objections that the defense might have as to the state's proposed jury questionnaires. Remember, even though these items are filed under seal, they get served on the other side. So therefore, both parties will have up until the 31st of March to file whatever objections they may have to their opponent's proposed jury questionnaire questions. And then we see here that a sealed and closed hearing on the proposed jury questionnaires will be held on April 16th, 2025. So the answer to that question regarding the hearing where the court and the parties with Mr. Kohberger present will address the proposed and the objections to the jury questionnaires as submitted by the state of Idaho and the defense, and then presumably after that, Judge Hippler will make a decision. He is the trier of law in this case, so he's going to make the final decision as to what that final version of the jury questionnaires, after taking into consideration both sides' proposals and their objections, will then put it in final format, and then thereafter, at a date we don't know because it's redacted on page 1, it will be administered to the proposed jury members. This will now conclude this episode of the Indie Zone podcast. My name's Kathy. Thank you very much for joining us here today.